Say hello to the new Blue Band with vanilla. Double the yum with classic Blue Band flavor and rich creamy vanilla taste. New Blue Band with vanilla, the taste you love plus vanilla. Now available in stores countrywide.
Well, we are back again with yet another exciting edition of the Sunrise Breakfast Show on a very beautiful Wednesday like this one. Good morning, Zambia, and I hope everybody is doing great this morning at least, and also just talking about what's been happening. We do have quite a number of things jam-packed for you on our Wednesday edition of the Sunrise Breakfast Show. But do not forget that wherever you're watching us from, you can simply get in touch with us this morning. We want to know the state of affairs, what is happening in your communities, what you are up to, what is making headlines, is there any, reports of something happening. Definitely let us know. You can always come through to our Facebook page, that is PTV2 Zambia. Leave your comments and your contributions in the comment section. My name is Rhoda Mlenga, I'm your host, but of course I'm not alone in the studio. I'm joined by my co-host, Kizito. Good morning, Kizito.
Good morning, Rhoda. Looking beautiful.
Thank you, you too.
Yeah,
Looking farmerish.
Yes, coming from, the show. So I'm still in the vibes of the show, and there's a reason to it. But before I come to myself, you're looking beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, nice skin, jean, shoes on point, lipstick on point.
We have to.
Red, and of course the, what do you call them?
The earrings.
The earrings, looking good. So you just, and you looking. The vibes are good for TV and for the people. I mean, waking up, you have the energy to say, hey, perhaps I might be lucky enough to talk to that chick. So let me wake up and meet. Yeah, but back to me. Good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful start of your Wednesday, a Ladies' Day. For me, the vibes are this, that we are going to the polls, Rhoda, with an assurance that we have a lot of bumper harvest, and that even after elections we have a lot of food, and food is very important. They actually call it food security. Yeah. So we will not go to war tomorrow because we have food. FRA is not bankrupt, and the farmers, are being paid. Yeah. And so we expect a lot of good conversations in this line. So this is why I'm cladded in the farmers to just indicate. I interviewed the board chairman, FRA, and his deputy, and they were, there's been cries in the social spaces that FRA is bankrupt, ZNS, and all these conversations, But after speaking to the elders, they said, look, FRA is paying money, people are getting. In fact, some people are even saying, is this a scam? When they see money coming, is this a scam? So I just, wake up on the vibes that, all is well in that respect.
Absolutely. But every morning, actually, not sometimes, I actually convince myself, getting out of bed will be easy, but it's always a struggle looking at the Lusaka weather. And I don't know if it's short days or long nights, but I think it's short nights and long days. I've noticed like the night is so short. Have you noticed that?
You know what, Rhoda, I share a different view. Actually, tonight, I slept after 23. I was working, and I slept for an hour or two, and the day was not coming. So again, I started reading, and I'm like, what is happening? So I woke up again at 4:30. So for me, the night was very long.
It was long.
Yes.
But I think it's maybe for me because I slept a lot. So I'm thinking it's short nights because the night was just short. But anyway, I think this is an individual, observation. But let us know what you think. Is it long days, short nights? I'll definitely stand with short nights. But obviously it depends on the mood as well of that particular time. But also you, Kizito, you are very you always wake up early in the morning.
Yes,
that's what you told us the other day.
I'm an early riser. But yeah, speaking about Rhoda, it's ironic that we have a few days to elections. I saw a post and I make a disclaimer. I saw a post, somewhere on social media, and then someone said about elections that why are elections important? Now the word elections was why are elections important? It says without elections you can't have children, But we are going towards a point when we cast our votes, and this should be our civic duty that we take seriously. But I don't think that it is one that should result into bloodshed, into confrontations, into stones, into civil disobedience. It is one that we should do with swag, with pomp, with happiness, and with due collaboration and understanding that others also have a right to vote. So if you're waking up and you are checking your voter's card, do it with a sense of responsibility, with a sense of purpose, that you are not going to end the world. The world will continue after the elections. Yeah.
But also, we also just, as we continue counting down, we also just want to encourage everyone to participate peacefully and respect one another's views. And most importantly, remember that our unity as a country is bigger than politics. But it's sad to also, see some reports of violence here and there. This is not what we want to see as we are counting down towards elections. We've seen quite a number of videos emerging on social media. Just yesterday, there was a video, or a picture rather, that we did see circulating on social media of a police officer that was stoned, and there was blood all over his face, and we're asking ourselves, is this what we want to be seeing as we're headed towards the election? But also, it's good to see that President Hakainde Hichilema did strongly condemn reports of political violence in certain parts of the country. He also declared that acts of violence, intimidation, and lawlessness by any political party, candidate, or supporter will not be tolerated. He wrote this on his social media platforms, where he was just also encouraging people to be peaceful during this time. And to see that coming from our leader is very encouraging. That he has also been seeing these reports of violence in different parts of the country, which is quite sad to see.
Yeah, but I think, Rhoda, the message is also coming very late, because we saw these violences happening in UPND, especially during inter-party, conversations and dialogues. We saw UPND fighting amongst themselves, and this has continued, and it's just not the president. I think all of us must stand to peace. All of us must reject violence. It would be good to also hear from Mundubile's side, from Fred Membe, and from others that we refuse hate speech. We refuse to to be part of a country that does not understand that there's a future after today.
Yeah.
So we are appealing to to the young people, to the old people, and to everyone, even those that are not voting. You see, I know there are some of you did not register because of various reasons. You are Zambians, and so even though you're not voting, you still have a responsibility to help maintain peace. And if you win, don't over rejoice to the extent that you make others feel like they have lost heaven.
Yeah.
It is just an erection that they are losing, and yeah. So yeah.
Okay, so also maybe the other important thing that we can talk about, not just as media houses, but also as individuals, let's verify information before sharing it on our social platform. Let's also reject hate speech and, the violence that we're talking about, and ensure that this election reflects peace that this country is known for. People know us as very peaceful individuals. In our neighboring countries, other countries will just say Zambia is a very peaceful country. And to see what is happening is kind of sad.
Yeah, sure. It's very sad. I remember, and I've repeatedly, talked about Kaunda saying, look, you can continue your multipartism, because Zambia started as a multi-democracy, but later on, in 1973, we went to one-party state, and in 1991, the referendum informed a multipartism back. Yeah. But even then, Kaunda talked about maintaining peace and stability. You see, peace and stability are prerequisites for investors to come in the country, for continued business, and just for markets to be stable. You don't want to invest your money where there is war, where there is noise, where people are just confused and are protesting and rioting. So this is the situation that we should understand.
So we do have quite a great show lined up for you today. We will be giving you an update of what the weather looks like for the rest of the day, and obviously the day to come and the other day to come as well. And we'll also be having a look at our money markets. Very important as we kickstarted the day. We need to know how the kwacha is performing against other currencies. We'll also be having Jeremiah, who's got some interesting guests in our sports update this morning. And not forgetting, very shortly, I'll be giving you some health tips. Very, very interesting segment. And we do have a special guest who's coming through, Kizito, right?
Oh, yes, indeed. We have one particular guest that you want to, listen to. His story is unique. He's written about a book about Don't Give Up. Now, I want to understand from what perspective Mr. Lucky has written this book. He's a man in uniform, but when he's saying don't give up, and he's written a book, it's a conversation that we want to tap from. I think that I would not want to call it motivation. I would want to believe it's transformational, and we're looking forward to such conversations. And of course, Jeremiah has a guest later today. We want to, go into the world of sports, dig deeper, and just, bring you those highlights. Of course, Zambia is playing today with Malawi, a province in Zambia, part of Eastern Province.
They hate that, trust me, they hate that.
Yeah, but I mean, the reports have showed that part of much of Malawi, belongs to Zambia. But you see, Kaunda wanting to maintain peace and stability, and successive, presidents have said, look, let's not go into that. But reports do show that you have to go deep into Malawi, which is still part of Zambia, and those people still come over this side, on the Zambian side, to vote, to food, I'm told sometimes. Anyway, these are unconfirmed reports. But in terms of the delimitation, that one is clear. It's on record. But those people, when they need food, they remember they are Zambians.
Yeah. I think Malawi is one of those countries where you go to and you just feel like you're still in Zambia. You're still, probably just Chipata extension, because we can hear what they're saying, and they can definitely hear. Even they what languages do they speak? Is it Chichewa?
Yes,
it's a bit, it's a bit deeper than, but you can actually hear what they're saying. Basically, even though they use a bit of, their words are a bit complicated, but we can still hear that. And that's one country I hope to visit very soon.
Hey, when I visited the country, I was disappointed, Rhoda, I must say.
With what?
The level of underdevelopment. On the way, we were supposed to initially fly, but I think we ended up driving. So from the border, people are peaceful, very peaceful. From where we were to where we were going to Blantyre. So on the way, we found about 22 roadblocks, first of all, with police stopping you for what you don't know.
Wow.
And there was only one road, like the way we have the Great North Road, and all the Tumalito development is just across this side and this side, and it's mountainous, and we had reached the capital. I didn't even know we were in the capital, and we are now going to Blantyre, which is the next town, like in Ndola. And I said, where's the capital? He says, no, we bypassed the capital already.
Wow.
For the first time, I felt that Zambia as a country is doing very well. But what you can't take away from the people is their values. They are very sincere people. You will not find issues of stealing and things like that. They're extremely traditional conservatives, very respectful, and they love Zambian music. They just love Zambian music. They are crazy. So if you're a musician there, you can marry all the Malawian women. They just are crazy with. I don't know what is happening with your maps now. I would want to know the information, but hey, Malawi loves Zambia. It's unfortunate that sometimes they have beaten us where football is concerned, which is very unfortunate. But relatively also, they are very hardworking in terms of numbers. Although the calculation, the surface area is small, they have more children, they have more population
really?
than Zambia. I think we've been very lazy, Rhoda. You know, you are doing the English stuff. Yeah, I think their population should be actually twice more than ours. I'll confirm before we do.
Okay.
You know, so the Zambian ladies and men, you know, are not doing very well in this respect. Yeah.
I actually agree with the music part because, you know, Zambian music has reached a certain level where in Malawi it's like, you know, Zambian artists usually go there to perform, and I think one of them being Your Maps has had quite a number of shows in Malawi, and we've seen Malawian artists also come to Zambia to just be part of, you know, certain shows. And
So Rhoda, sorry to cut you short. So I've just confirmed the numbers. Malawi has a population of 22.8 million. Zambia is around 20. But if you look at the surface area, it is just like you know, a little province. Yeah, we don't even say northern. You know, just the surface area is quite small. Yeah, but these people are hard workers.
Yeah,
they're hard workers.
All right, so let's get into something quite interesting, and this is our health tips for today. So today I'll be, you know, just encouraging people to walk a lot, especially for, you know, people that are so used to, you are from work, you get into your car, from home, you get into your car, you don't really have, you know, time to walk. But today we're focusing on something that is simple, free, and accessible. You don't have to pay for it. We do pay for gym membership. I would also want to say that walking for just 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, can have incredible health benefits for your body and your mind as well. So the first health benefit that you find in walking is that it improves your heart health. So walking strengthens your heart, improves blood circulation, and can also lower your risk of heart disease and stroke. It also helps to reduce high blood pressure and unhealthy cholesterol levels. Walking also helps to maintain a healthy weight. Walking burns calories, boosts your metabolism. When combined with healthy eating, it can help with weight loss or maintaining a healthy weight. It also helps to control your blood sugar. A brisk walk after meals, that's why we are encouraged to walk every after, you know, having a meal, especially if you're having a heavy meal, can help to regulate your blood sugar levels, making it especially beneficial for people living with diabetes or those at risk of developing it. It also strengthens your bone and muscles. Regular walking helps to maintain strong bones, improves muscle tone, and just reduces the risk of osteoporosis as we age. Walking releases feel-good chemicals called endorphin, which helps to reduce stress, anxiety, and symptoms of depression. So it can help to improve your mood and increase self-confidence. So every time that you're feeling low, you're feeling like you're about to enter into that depressive mode, you can just, you know, take a walk. It will definitely help you. It also helps to improve sleep. People who walk on a regular basis often enjoy deeper and more restful sleep, especially when they stay active during the day. This other one may sound, you know, surprising, but walking actually helps to fight fatigue. Better circulation means more oxygen, reaches your muscles and brain, and helping you to feel more energetic. Talking of brain function, walking enhances concentration, memory, and creativity. So some studies even suggest that it may reduce the risk of cognitive decline as we grow older. It also supports, you know, healthy joints. Walking keeps your joints flexible and lubricated, reducing stiffness and helping ease your mind and mild joint pain as well. So you've obviously noticed that as people grow older, there's a lot of complications that come with, you know, your joints. It's always something that's paining, your joints are hurting. But if you walk on a regular basis, it will definitely help you. Well, another benefit is that it's also easy and affordable. You don't have to pay for you to walk. One of the biggest advantages of walking is that it requires no expensive equipment or gym membership. So all you need to do is put on your comfortable shoes. It could be Crocs or sneakers, and find a place to walk. You can even find a partner to walk with. As you walk, you put on some music, and you turn on some music. Before you know it, you would have walked your 10K a day. So whether it's walking to the market, taking the stairs instead of a lift, or enjoying an evening stroll with the family, every step does really count. And as always, we say your health is your greatest wealth. So start where you are, take the first step, and make walking part of your daily routine. Stay active, stay healthy, and just enjoy walking. Kizito, you want to say something about walking?
I'm thinking, Rhoda, I love the tips you've shared. I'm thinking we've always walked in Africa. So if this is equivalent to gymming, then all of us have been going to gym. I'm thinking of a child, I'm thinking of a woman that goes to Munda every day, and just the distance from their home to the field will be about 20 kilometers, going back and coming, plus firewood on there. Would you consider that gymming? Exercising, rather?
Yeah, it's exercising.
Okay.
There was one doctor that was giving health tips, and he said when you wake up in the morning, just be active. It could be you cleaning the yard, moving a bucket from one place to another. It's considered exercise as long as your body is moving. There's some sort of movement.
So we are now saying something else. So we shouldn't really go to the gym if this is the case, because you see, for Africa, this is why sometimes some of these conversations must be applied to a continent, to a people, to a country, because we are very hardworking. Even the people that you see are plump in Africa, we work very hard. I'm looking at the distance I was covering at the agriculture show, Rhoda, from one stand to another. If I put those distances, I could have walked even to Chisamba. So
you definitely got some of the health benefits of walking.
Yes.
Sometimes you don't really feel it. But even when you go to town, you are moving around looking for things in shops. By the time that you are finishing, you would have noticed that you've covered maybe 500 steps, because of that. And one thing that they'll always advise you at the gym when beginning is that you don't expect to see like weight loss results immediately. You have to incorporate it with some sort of diet, because when you start gym, this is when you notice that in the first month, instead of losing weight, you start gaining weight, because you are working on your muscle. But when you start walking,
yes.
There's nothing like this is why people lose weight faster when they are walking.
Okay.
They are 500K per day, they are 10,000K per day, and it's advisable that we just find time to walk. So, if your workplace does not require you walking, or there are no stairs at your workplace, then you need to find somewhere where you can actually, just walk.
That's right. Well, those are some of the things that we, give you on breakfast show. You have these tips, personalized trips, and I know Rhoda herself is working out. And then, by the way, you're looking good. Is it
working out? I'm just walking around.
Yeah, but that's not what you're telling us. That's what you're telling us. But now you're refusing your own tips.
No, by saying I am working out, I thought you were talking about the gym. I haven't been to the gym in like 4 or 5 months now.
Okay, but still more.
I gave up.
Why did you?
I gave up. I'll start again.
Was the instructor very hard on you?
No, I just gave up.
Okay, all right. And you're glowing. What's the secret?
Thank you.
You're normally on set, but today you are growing. Something
different?
Maybe
because I've never worn the color red.
Oh, well, maybe not.
I don't have anything red apart from this.
Yeah, but even the face.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think these are the health benefits of, drinking hibiscus tea every morning.
And what is that now?
A hibiscus tea. You are not there?
No, I wasn't. Oh,
I'll share some health tips of
please,
drinking hibiscus tea. All right, so we continue. Please do remember that you're catching us live. That is on TOPSTAR channel 110. On our Facebook page, we're also live. That is on PTV2 Zambia page, and we're also on YouTube. But for now, let's take a short break. We'll be back on the other side to catch up with our news stories.
Say hello to the new Blue Band with vanilla. Double the yum with classic Blue Band flavor and rich creamy vanilla taste. New Blue Band with vanilla, the taste you love plus vanilla. Now available in stores countrywide.
Early in the morning, fire on the stove, love in a pie, that's the life we know. From the fields to the table, every bite it shows. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Mama in the kitchen, we never eat alone. Primarily me, the taste of home.
Prime Mill Meal, pure, proudly Zambian, the taste of home.
The following is a political advert and does not reflect the views of Prime Television, but those of the content provider.
For decades, Zambia has searched for its promise. Through triumph, sacrifice, and difficult seasons. Many promised change, many spoke of hope, but the burden remained heavy. And then, a servant of the people stepped forward. Not perfect, not a magician, but a man willing to lead his people through the wilderness toward a better Zambia. Like Moses leading his people toward the promised land. The journey was never meant to be easy, because nations are not built overnight. They are built through faith, sacrifice, and perseverance. The work is not finished, but Zambia is moving forward.
On the 13th of August 2026, vote for Hakainde Hichilema as President of the Republic of Zambia.
The proceedings.
Nabadwa wamene muno munzi apa nina 59 years. Mu 59 years yumo hospital enze patali. So enzo tipasako bazimayi benangu wonongekera mulodi bana. Monga ine mu 1990 inapapira panjira pamene papira penze pansanga. So mwana anabwera alasiwa na mauzu anapitira pamene apa. So apa tionga government ilipo kuti awe batiyangana akoero batigwira na mpamvu awe tionga zikomo maningi ku government kuti baperekelele ba HH bali pampando.
308 maternity annexes built countrywide since 2021, but there's still more work to be done.
When women rise, Zambia rises. With unity, we will keep delivering and move Zambia forward together.
All right, thank you so much for staying glued to our Sunrise Breakfast Show. Let's now get into some of the stories making headlines in our news. The Ngoni Royal Establishment has announced the lifting of the mourning period for the late Paramount Chief Mpezeni, who died in May this year. Chwala Organizing Committee Chairman General Joshua Jere made the announcement on behalf of Senior Chief Nzamani. Mr. Jere said Ngonis are now free to conduct cultural activities of an entertainment nature, such as Ingoma dances, weddings, and all other activities across the kingdom.
They met yesterday as Royal Establishment at the Lawen Palace. And during the meeting, they looked at many other issues, which of course mainly bordered on things could have gone under, maybe customary or culturally. There were no performance of any kind in terms of Ngoma and other things. So they looked at it as something that maybe people will be held. And to that effect, they said, so the mourning period was lifted, meaning that we go back to our normal way of doing things. If it's dancing, we need to do that. And if there are any activities that go with maybe weddings, there is maybe Pego and so forth, all those things will now come back to normal. Otherwise, I would like to thank the Ngoni people for the perseverance, the passion they have shown during this mourning period, which was quite difficult.
Moving on to another story, the Transparency International Zambia has expressed concern over what it describes as an increasing number of United Party for National Development campaign vehicles allegedly operating with concealed, covered, or obscured registration number plate during campaign activities across the country. TIZ Executive Director Maurice Nyambe says while political parties have the right to campaign freely, concealing vehicle registration plates raises serious concerns about transparency and accountability. Mr. Nyambe says vehicle registration numbers are essential in enabling members of the public and law enforcement agencies to identify vehicles involved in road traffic offenses, electoral offenses, political violence, or any other incidents requiring investigation. He further says concealed registration plates make it difficult for citizens and oversight institutions to establish whether campaign vehicles are privately owned or belong to the government of the Republic of Zambia. Mr. Nyambe has since called on the Road Transport and Safety Agency and the Zambia Police Service to take immediate action against the practice and ensure those responsible are held accountable.
Under Section 29(1) of the Road Traffic Act number 11 of 2002, it is an offense to obscure or allow to become not easily distinguishable motor vehicle registration marks and numbers, and the Act goes further to provide for the fining of any offenders upon conviction. TIZ therefore calls upon both the Road Transport and Safety Agency and the Zambia Police Service to take immediate action to stamp out this practice and bring all perpetrators to book. The concealment of registration plates also makes it difficult for citizens and oversight institutions to determine whether these campaign vehicles are privately owned or belong to the government of the Republic of Zambia. During elections, there is heightened public interest in ensuring that public resources are not used to advance partisan political interests. Where vehicles cannot be identified, this inevitably fuels speculation and public suspicion, even in circumstances where no misuse of public resources may actually have occurred. The distinction between state resources and political party resources is a fundamental principle of any free and fair election. Public confidence is strengthened where political actors conduct campaigns transparently and avoid practices that create unnecessary perceptions of impropriety. TIZ therefore calls upon all political parties to ensure that campaign vehicles comply with the Road Traffic Act by displaying their registration plates at all times. We further urge the RTSA and Zambia Police Service to enforce the law consistently and impartially, regardless of political affiliation, in order to promote accountability and strengthen public confidence in the electoral process.
In other news, Christopher Basilio Banda reports that President Hakainde Hichilema says government is working on a comprehensive management program to resolve human-animal conflicts in all game management areas across the country. Speaking during a community engagement meeting in Mambwe District, President Hichilema said he is deeply concerned whenever he receives reports of how the country needs tourism for between protecting communities and promoting tourism. President Hichilema has also pledged to work on the deplorable Chipata-Mfue Road and critical crossing points such as the Lupande and Msandile bridges, including the Mfue-Malama Road.
Nimakalipa kumvera tinjovu zapaya bantu kuno. Makalipa ngako. Atizaji ajani muminda ya bantu. We are working on a management program yakuti we resolve the human-animal conflict. Mavera da? Ya tifuna matourists nizoona, but tifuna njovu zipaya bantu kuno. So we'll find a middle ground so that we protect our people while we promote tourism. Zambia guys, 13th August UPND, Wenyu Sotsan.
Ngakale tiyembekeza alendo niwafunikira abanza mama borotiendera uzaona nyama koma nyama singa pambano moyo wanu iga pa muntu ine chima ni baba kwambiri ngati president wanu nifuna nipeze njira nganu ikawaya kuti sazikrosa bwera kuno kanutani iyo njira nikonza kuti moyo wa muntu usamalike.
Miseo inangu tisebenzelapo tambera naye musebo yenda kwa chief Malama Spalesi tisebenzelapo tambera na kulivuto kuno yama crossing points Lupande Musandire bridge kuenda via Musoro sebenzelapo Mambera Lusandwa Musandire bridge via Nsefu tigwirapo tizagwapo pamenapo tigwirapo pamenapo.
Right, so those are some of the stories making headlines in our news. But for now, let's take a short break and have a look at how the kwacha is performing against other currencies in our money markets.
Say hello to the new Blue Band with vanilla. Double the yum with classic Blue Band flavor and rich creamy vanilla taste. New Blue Band with vanilla, the taste you love plus vanilla. Now available in stores countrywide.
As Zambia counts down to the 13th August general elections, PTV2 Zambia is your trusted source for every major update, every key development, and every decisive move.
Campaigns are underway, promises are being made, and the battle for votes has officially begun.
During this election season, we will break down the 2026 general elections, comparing today's political landscape with 2021 and previous elections.
We'll analyze campaign promises, scrutinize manifestos, and we bring you in-depth coverage in 7 major local languages. Most importantly, we'll give the people the voice.
In 2026, like we are 1994.
Because this election is all about the Zambian citizen. And when the votes begin to count, we'll be coming live from the Mulungushi International Conference Center, delivering verified, accurate, and up-to-the-minute results as they happen.
Stay tuned to PTV2, the home of breaking news.
Nabadwa wamene muno munzi apa nina 59 years. Mu 59 years yumo hospital enze patali so enzo tipasako bazimayi benangu konongekera mulodi bana. Monga ine mu 1990 napapira panjira pamene napapira penze pansanga so mwana anabwera alasiwa na mauzu anapitira pamene apa so apa tionga government ilipo kuti awe batiyanganako ero batigwira na mpamvu awe tionga zikomo maningi ku government kuti baperekelele ba HH bali pampando.
308 maternity annexes built countrywide since 2021, but there's still more work to be done.
When women rise, Zambia rises. With unity, we will keep delivering and move Zambia forward together.
Good morning, and we continue to, enjoy our breakfast show coming from, Prime TV2, telling you the beautiful, beautiful conversations this morning that matter. And in the studio, as usual, we promise to bring a very interesting guest, a hope monger, if you like, one that inspires confidence in hard times, in difficult times, and he's written a book, Don't Give Up. A prolific book, a must-read. His name is Mr. Lucky Mvula. He will tell us himself about the book and what indeed it entails. But all of us go through those moments that are hopeless, those moments that you feel like giving up, those moments that you feel like throwing in the towel. And in recent past, we've talked about mental health. And we've seen people that have committed suicide because things were very difficult. But Mr. Lucky Mvula here, says you should not give up. He's an officer, and he's, at a correction facility where he's working as a warden, and he will tell us more about himself. Sir, welcome to Prime TV, and good morning.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir. You're looking smart. You're looking very smart, different from what to expect an officer. We are used to seeing you people in uniforms and quite intimidating.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's begin by tell us about yourself. Who is Mr. Lucky Mvula?
Yes, Mr. Lucky Mvula is a Zambian, born and raised in Zambia. And I'm a family man. I have got 5 kids, 3 boys and 2 girls. At the same time, I'm a preacher at Kamwala Pentecost Showers Bible Church, and I work for Zambia Correction Service.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's what most people know you as, a prison wardener, and and today you're wearing a different hat. Of course, a man of God. A preacher, and one that is saying, don't give up. I know you minister to prisons, yes. To our brothers and sisters there.
Yes.
What is their situation like? I know you've interacted with a lot of people. Some of them claim they are innocent even when they are there. Others maybe just didn't know how to, protect themselves. And some of them are still going through a process and maybe may be acquitted tomorrow. Without going into details, what are some of the things that you've gone through, and what has been your weight to them?
Yeah, thank you so much for that question, sir. I think this is why I think it's one of the things that just maybe to go ahead of you. I know you would have asked me that question, what made me to write the book.
Yes,
but
yes.
I can attach that one to that question. This is why I even came up with this book, because when someone was in there, I work there and I see what happens there and what happens when someone is in there. Yeah, it's not an easy place to be. So it's a place where someone needs help, needs comfort, and someone needs to hear what is important for someone to just be there and to manage the situation. So This is why I came up with this book, just to encourage someone, to let them know that things happens in life, and when you are in a bad situation or in a very difficult situation, it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. This is why I came up with this book, just to encourage someone, to let them know that life has got challenges.
Okay,
yes.
All right. Apart from people in prison, your audience may be wider. Who else did you have in mind that you wanted to communicate to? I know you are a pastor, and that is a part of your other heart, and prisons is yet another. But I'm sure when you are writing, the audience was bigger than one confinement. Is that true?
Yes, for sure. Because you know, to start with, I can say life itself is a battle. Life is a battleground. It's not something that someone can just say, no, for me, is that life has been easy or something. No, life is a battleground, and you have trouble.
Yes.
So God never created human beings without challenges. So what does this mean? It takes us, some of us who are who can come up with something like this, to let someone know that challenges are part of life, and challenges can come and go. And this is why I've written this book, just to make someone understand what life is. Because what happens when someone is going through challenges, good situation. So I'm trying to send a message, or I'm trying to sensitize someone, or to make someone know, because they say knowledge is power. When you know something, even if you have a situation that is very difficult, what you know during that difficult time is what will help you. The knowledge that you have in that situation is what will help you and come out of the situation very strong.
Okay.
Yes.
Would I also say that you are also a chaplain, or is this just a pastor?
No. I'm not a chaplain at the correction. What I do there, I'm just a preacher at my church. Then at the facility, I also preach to inmates, but not in the chaplain's department. But I do that where I work from, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It is said that it is easier said than done. That you can easily encourage someone that be strong when you're going through things. I want to understand that when you are writing this book, what are some of the challenges that you yourself overcame, that you can say, look, I had this challenge, I had that challenge and that challenge, and now, look, I'm still here. Is this book written from the head or from experience?
No, I can say this book is written from experience. Also, like I said, I'm a preacher from the Word of God. Yeah, but to answer your question, it's easy to encourage someone because, like you have said, it's easier to talk than to go through something. I can tell you to say my life has not been easy. I'm one person that grew up in the rural area. Yeah, in the village. Good distances, going to school without shoes, going to school without food,
and you're looking very nice.
Yes.
Look at your shoe, look at your swag, your suit, you look amazing, and
for sure.
You know, God has been good. Your wife is also taking very good care of you.
For sure.
Who's behind the studio.
For sure. So growing up in that place, living that kind of life, it wasn't easy. It was very challenging. So many people, I remember very well, never finished school, never wanted to go to school because of so many challenges. So I can be for sure.
All right. Okay, going further, I see in your content, there are a couple of very good themes, but I like the fact that you say we have victory already. It's like you are telling a person who has already won, and they are going into a battlefield.
Yes.
Why did you include this chapter?
I included that chapter to make someone understand. If I go to the Bible in the book of Joshua 1, there was a time that Israelites were supposed to go to the promised land. So what happened there is that there was Moses who was a leader for them. Now at that time he died. So now there was another leader that came in, which was Joshua. So now God was telling Joshua to say, you have a duty or a responsibility to usher these people into the land that I promised them. So now he was telling him to say, that land where you are going, I promised you that I have given you.
Yes.
But for you to get that land, you're required to do certain things. There are people that lives in that land that you should defeat. It's not a bare land. So you have a duty to do. So now he was telling him to say, in other words, he was in a simple language I can say, he was telling me to say, the land is yours, is already yours. You have victory already, but you are supposed to do certain things. You were supposed to cross the river. Crossing the river is not something easy. Then you were supposed to defeat the people that lived in that land. So in life, sir, we have already things. But for us to get what we have already, we have to do certain things. Now, most of the time, people, whatever they begin to do and they face any challenges, they give up along the way, not knowing that challenges are just manure, or rather things that you should go through to get what belongs to you.
I like the word manure. Challenges are manure. I'm taking that.
Yes.
I'm taking that.
Yes.
Wow. And talking about Joshua, you know, because then we are taking this from a Bible story where you are telling people to be strong. So this book is informed by the scriptures, isn't it?
Yes, it's a motivation book, but it's also I've quoted some scriptures. It's supported by scriptures from the Bible.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And what happens if someone gives up? What happens anyway? I mean, some people will just say, me, I fail to encourage myself. I give up. What happens if someone gives up?
You know, giving up, to start with, it's something very, very dangerous. And it's something that God doesn't want us to embrace. Because I've written there in that book, there was a time that Moses wanted to give up. Remember, he was a reader. He had a huge crowd of people that he was reading. Now, reading people is not easy. So what happens at one point he wanted to give up. Now, if you look at the response from God, God never allowed Moses to give up. So we are learning from there to say, giving up is not something good. It does a lot of bad things. It also affects the people around you. Because Moses was told to carry the Israelites. So now, if he had to give up, it means he would have, he would have made God to look like he's a liar. Because God promised that I'll give you this land. So Moses was part of the program that God had for them. So all of us here in life, we are where we are for a purpose. We are not just living by accident. So people should realize that. Just because you are facing challenges doesn't mean God is not aware, or doesn't mean that is how life will be and for all that. No. So giving up is very dangerous. What happens when someone gives up, it will not affect you. It will affect a lot of people, even the generations to come. This is why God is warning us and is telling us to say, this is not something to embrace.
Okay.
Yes.
So sometimes people have gone through situations and made mistakes, like you are dealing with inmates. People have made mistakes. And after they serve a sentence, it's just that person congored money, that person aborted, you know. So you have so much that is happening. And you want to start. And sometimes people end up, just saying, look, I will not do it again. What is your word to such people, that have gone through these hardships, and society is not helping them? Even the church today, you come to church, they will say, it's a wool age, or not at Chan, even my boss, I will say, they can't hug you, say, that one, be careful with your husband. What's your word to these people?
The word to them is that, God, when you come to God, God doesn't look at your past. He looks at your present life. If I look at the life of Moses, I'm getting examples from the Bible. If you look at Moses' life, Moses is one person that is mentioned in the Bible, and he did many wonders, and God used him mightily. But if you look at the history of Moses, Moses is one person that killed even a person, a human being at one point. So what I'm saying, God doesn't look at your past, and he doesn't use good people. He uses people that he chooses, and he uses the people that are valuable. So your past doesn't really matter when you come to God. So what is important is to realize that with God, all things are possible. No matter how my life has been, no matter how my life has been messed up, no matter how everyone has been rejecting me, God is not a God of second chance. He can still build the broken horse. There's nothing like I'm a bad person, I've been failing, things have been working, I've not been working out for me. No. When you believe in yourself, when you believe in God and you believe in yourself, all things are possible. So this is why I've written this book, just to encourage someone to get this book and read this book and let someone know, because I'm sending like an awareness to someone. I'm trying to help someone somewhere to say, life throws things at us, but we don't have to live because things has happened. I have to fold my hands and begin to cry and blaming everybody and saying life is bad and all that. No. we can still rise and do something important in this life.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Joe, Mr. Mvula, I beg your pardon. We have young people today, and young people are going through a lot of things. This is why today they can even go into wrong things, even go and throw stones, especially during this period of elections. Life is just hard. Some of them thought that they will have jobs by now. Jobs have not come. Some of them have no school fees. Some of them want to get married. Some of them want capital. The young people are going through too much. From this book, what are you saying to them?
The message to the youth, or my fellow youth there, is to be strong. I'm one person, like I said, who have come from, let me say, a very bad ground.
Tell us your village.
I grew up in Northern Province, and I've in Kasama, and I also stayed in Luwingo, that is Rungu district. I've stayed also in Shimombi. It's deep in the village. Where for you to, when you see a vehicle or when you hear that the vehicle is coming, you have to go and hide. The vehicle passes, you come out, and then you know what I mean. It's not something easy. It sounds fun and easy, but it's not. So I have seen how tough life can be. But if you are determined and you are focused, you can still make it in this life. I'm so proud that I am where I am today because I never gave up. And I have seen that as long as you are focused, no matter how many times you have failed, this life pays you when you refuse to give up.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So I am telling everyone, and those that are struggling, those who are saying, what should I do? Where can I go? Just have focus. I have seen people sometimes who abuse alcohol, like young ones in their compounds. You find that because they'll tell you, no, there's nothing to do. No, we are finished school and all that. But what I'm trying to say is that there is nothing like that. Change begins with you. There's nothing like someone who come and help me or what. It's about you. What you are telling yourself, what you are leading, the people you are associating with, the places you are going to, is what will help you to come out of the situation that you are in.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this book is informative, don't give up, powerful. I've looked at the topics, they are speaking to me. Where can people find these books? And would you speak to the business world? Because this book is needed everywhere, not only in prison. There are people who are going through cancer, and many of them would like to say, I'm just giving up. So and so died from cancer. But you see, there are people who have survived some of these things. We've seen people survive very terrible situations, and they are still here today. And they would like to get this book. How can they get this book? And I know that we must have plenty of them in print, even to young people. To just freely give. Would you appeal to the corporate world to help you and partner with you in not only in printing this book and in distributing it and in giving it to relevant people?
Yes, thank you so much for that, sir. First of all, I would say, I donated I donated some copies there to the cancer department. And what you are saying is true. I think where they can find this book, they can find it for now. I am at Lusaka Central Prison, Lusaka Central Correction Facility. That's where I work. They can find that this book there, and also they can give. I have this Gmail, luckymvula522@gmail.com. Also, they can follow me on my Facebook. That is luckymvula LM. That is my mental health and all that. There are so many issues. So I'm appealing to those who can come on board and help me in whatever way so that we can help many people. Sometimes it's not only about money. This book is about helping someone. It's about changing a life of someone. Money, yes, is good, but what is important is the life of someone. You cannot help everyone, but you can help someone. Because what I've put in this book, believe me, life the way it is, there is nothing like I am educated, I'm poor, I'm rich, I'm what, I'm a pastor. Everyone feels like giving up. Giving up is an enemy that will live with us. It moves with us. There is nothing like I'm a special person. I do the right thing, I do the correct thing, I pray, and there's nothing like that. Everyone feels like giving up in this life. So it is something that we are living with. It's an enemy within us that we should learn how to deal with it. So we have to be there for each other in this life so that we can help someone. So I'm appealing for those who can help me, whatever way we donate these books to orphanages, we can give these books to hospitals, we can give these books to students, we can give these books to prisoners, we can give these books to so many institutions. Challenges come, they don't choose. And
what's your number, sir? What number can people call on you?
My number is 0977 51 7389.
Say it again, sir.
0977 51 7389.
All right.
That's my number.
Thank you so much. That is Mr. Lucky Mvula telling us not to give up. It is important that we stay strong. Sir, what are your last words? And if you want to pray for people, I already feel like, putting a segment, don't give up on our breakfast show, because people sometimes wake up in the morning. You don't even want to wake up, but we are telling you today, don't give up. You may be going through financial struggles, don't give up. You may be going through marital struggles, don't give up. You may be going through, situations that look insurmountable, Red Seas, don't give up. What's your last word, sir?
Yeah, I can say, like you have said, don't give up and be strong in whatever situation you are going through. Problems come and problems go. Just because you encounter something today doesn't mean that's how your life will be. So I am saying be strong and be courageous. Because like I said, when you see someone committing suicide, by the way, you see there is a lot of suicide cases nowadays. Mental health issues. If you go to China, you find these young people struggling with mental issues. That is giving up. Sometimes people, you find that they are abusing alcohol. That is giving up. And you can find, giving up is very unique. It's an animal which is very dangerous. You can be together in marriage and people see you together every day doing things together. People thinking this is a nice couple. Not knowing that you have already divorced inside you because you have given up. So when you see a couple divorcing, it's not because they have divorced today because of what has happened now. It is something that has been there for some time. So this book is addressing that. When someone is contemplating, giving up in whatever situation, when they read this book, I think they're going to find help. So I'm trying just to help someone who is going through something, who is saying, what is happening in my life? Why am I going through what I'm going through? I am telling them that there is hope. Life can be tough. Life can be difficult. But there is always a way out. God is always good. No matter the situation you are in, believe me that one day you will smile. But what is important, you have a role to play. Don't give up. You have a part in that for you to live the life that you want to see.
Wow, Mr. Lucky Mvula, thank you so much for coming to our breakfast show. I wish we could continue. It's scheduled, but we have a segment already. Don't give up. I'm already convincing Rhoda and Kathy, and I can see the affirmation that it is positive. Don't give up.
Yes.
So you'll be hearing from us more and more. It was a pleasure, Mr. Mvula, to have met you at the agriculture show. Yes. And that period was very busy for us. Yes. When you came, I don't even know why I was in the stand, because by and large we were busy. Yes. But when you came, there was a nudge, there was a calling in my heart, there was a ring in my heart that we should host you. And we've done justice. We've hosted Mr. Mvula, and he has said, don't give up. I know where he's coming from, because I went to school in Kasama Mungwi, even us, life was very difficult, but I know Kuluingo, kwanza say, kulia nikumushi sana, nikumushi, but and if you see the wife, you see the child, you realize that indeed God is good, and there's no need to give up. So we go for a break. When we come back, don't give up.
Say hello to the new Blue Band with vanilla. Double the yum with classic Blue Band flavor and rich creamy vanilla taste. New Blue Band with vanilla, the taste you love plus vanilla. Now available in stores countrywide.
Nabadwa wamene muno munzi apa nina 59 years. Mu 59 years yumo hospital enze patali. So enzo tipasako bazimai benangu wonongokera mulodi bana. Monga ine mu 1990 inapapira panjira pamene napapira penze pansanga. So mwana anabwera alasiwa na mauzu anapitira pamene apa. So apa tionga government ilipo kuti awe batiyangana akoero batigwira na mpamvu awe tionga zikomo maningi ku government kuti baperekelele ba HH bali pampando.
308 maternity annexes built countrywide since 2021, but there's still more work to be done.
When women rise, Zambia rises. With unity, we will keep delivering and move Zambia forward together.
For decades, Zambia has searched for its promise. Through triumph, sacrifice, and difficult seasons. Many promised change, many spoke of hope, but the burden remained heavy. And then, a servant of the people stepped forward. Not perfect, not a magician, but a man willing to lead his people through the wilderness toward a better Zambia. Like Moses leading his people toward the promised land. The journey was never meant to be easy, because nations are not built overnight. They are built through faith, sacrifice, and perseverance. The work is not finished, but Zambia is moving forward.
On the 13th of August 2026, vote for Hakainde Hichilema as President of the Republic of Zambia.
Early in the morning, fire on the stove, love in a pie, that's the life we know. From the fields to the table, every bite it shows. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Mama in the kitchen, we never eat alone. Primarily me, the taste of home.
Prime Mill Meal, pure, proudly Zambian, the taste of home.
We are still on the Sunrise Breakfast Show, and thank you very much for joining us. Now we are turning our attention to sports, and we should be talking about sports now. And definitely, this is a D-Day for Zambia, and I know a lot of people have been thinking about me talking about the Copper Queens, and definitely their chances of them qualifying from this group stage to the next round. It's all about Copper Queens, but anyway, we'll talk about that later. But now I do have an organization called Tackle Football for Health, which is a very, very important thing. And of course, the name says it all. But we'll be discussing much more of what they stand for and what this organization is all about. In the studio today, I have Chris Chikwanda, who is the programs manager. Good morning.
Good morning, Jeremiah.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and of course, next to him is Matthew Wolf, who is the head of operations. Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah, you guys are looking energetic. What's the spirit, or what's the secret? This is early in the morning. A lot of people are looking, sleepy and what, but you really looking.
Lots of tea and coffee, I think, is what it is. But yeah, thank you very much for having us. At Tackle, it's all about using football to engage young people about their health and well-being.
All right.
So I suppose we have to personify that energy and that health and well-being.
So the energy has to start with you.
Exactly, exactly.
Right. So you are coming from Tackle Football for Health. Can you explain that and just give us just a little background about this organization?
Yeah, so we use the power and popularity of football to engage young people in issues around their health and well-being. We do it across Zambia, so we work across 6 provinces in Zambia. We train people how to use our methodology to engage young people in issues such as mental health, gender-based.
How many people do you have to your organization now?
So we work with 140 peer educators across Zambia. which is reaching over 5,000 young people every week with vital health education.
So you don't have specific number of people that comes in. It depends on the event that you have.
Yeah, so it depends on, young people are forming clubs all across these communities that we work in. So we train the peer educators and then they work with young people from their communities. So Tackle as an organization in Zambia, we have 15 members of staff. But ultimately it's about the peer educators that we train from those communities. And they're working with young people on all the different communities across Zambia.
All right, so Chris, how do you identify these peer educators that you've been educating, and what are some of the criteria that you follow to get them?
Thank you, Jeremiah, for that question. So how we identify these peer educators through our partners in Zambia, as well as Ministry of Health. Yeah, so most of the peer educators, as you can see, our project are being identified in their local health facilities. Most of them are very active in the local facilities. They are peer educators reaching out to lots of young people, so they are being identified through Ministry of Health.
All right, so let's talk about some of those that you educate them in. How long does it take for them, first of all, to educate them so that they become the people that are going to be educating others? So for you to train them, how long does it take?
Yeah, so after they are identified, they attend our training, which takes 5 days. Yeah, so the first 3 days, TACO staff will be there just to teach them our methodology. Then the 2 days, it's them now delivering to us, making sure that they understand our methodology before reaching out to a wide range of young people out there.
For the sake of the people that are watching today, you've mentioned methodology, you're mentioning your methodology. Can you explain your methodology now?
So, thank you, Jeremiah. Yeah, we've received questions when we talk about our methodology. Yeah. So our methodology is what we call 5 steps. Yeah, so we don't want to take football away. Yeah, so the first step in our methodology is where we introduce the football part. Then the second step is where the participants now will play the football, where we'll focus on the football, making sure that they understand the basics of football. Then the third step is where we debrief the football and bring them out, debrief the football. Then at the end of the day, that's where we bring in the discussion questions that young people have concerning the topic that we've tackled. And at the end of the day, we give them the message that we want them to carry at the end of the day.
All right, so let's categorize. You're talking about young people. What group, age group are we talking about here?
So it's anybody between the age of generally 10 to 24, but it obviously depends on the project that we're running. Some projects will be focused on the younger adolescents, so 10 to 24-year-olds.
All right, so let's talk about the response. How has been the response from these people that you've been targeting every time?
Yeah, so if the young people understand the message, you would see that they will even make informed decisions. So during our tournaments, that's where we give them an opportunity to access different clinical services. So it's shown through the access of different clinical services that they get during the tournament.
All right.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, we all seen the popularity of football. You're talking about the Copper Queens, who are obviously doing really well. Anywhere in Zambia, you take a bag of footballs, us then to create an atmosphere where they can have these discussions that they might not otherwise have if they were sat in a classroom or if they were sat in the kitchen with their parents or whatever it might be. So we're trying to use a tool, football, that we know brings young people together, both boys and girls.
All right, so there's also continuation. What happens when you have one event in Zambia or in Lusaka, for example, and those that were identified, you've spoken to them, there's also what we call continuity. What do you do in order for them to continue, doing things that you've really taught them from that particular event that you had?
So I think because we are training the peers from the community, they have the skills. So we give them the football, we give them the bibs, the cones, and they then have the skills to deliver those football sessions even once the project has finished. So they just continue. So once the project is finished, they still have the knowledge and the confidence and the skills to deliver these sessions to young people in their communities. So it just continues.
Do you check how if the progress has continued or they just stop?
Yeah, we do check if the project has continued. Yeah, because these young people, we usually interact with them from time to time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about now. I know that in those one-on-one questions and everything, there's so much that really stands out. What are some of the questions that stands out every time that you have these sessions where you really have to talk now? We sit down and start discussing and them asking questions. What is one of those things that really stands out in most cases when you have these kind of talks?
So I think, I mean, the main thing is about the bringing together of young people. So often it will be, say, for example, a question around gender-based violence and what is considered to be gender-based violence, what is okay and what is not okay, and trying to establish those, because what we'll find is that a young man, for example, will ask a question, that then generates a discussion in the group. So they might have been told something, they might hear something, as they might want clarification from their role model, their peer educator. And that then allows the conversation to then start, and it opens up a broader conversation. But in terms of what is the exact question, it can be anything.
So
it might be about, about gender norms, it might be about where they can access a particular service, it might be about anything at all.
So I'm sure you've really discovered what a lot of people from all these events that you've been having that they are lacking through the questions that they ask. So what is that thing that is mostly being lacked by so many of those that you've been covering in these communities that you've been going to?
So I think most of them is confidence. Yeah, so like you'd find out that at the start of our sessions, having conversations with them, find out that most young people, they don't have confidence in terms of going to healthy facilities to access these services. So most of the questions that comes up from the young people is around confidence. How can I get this? How can I access this service?
It's really difficult even for all the men to go to the clinic.
Yeah, most certainly.
For women, it's easy. It's easy for women. Yeah. But how do you encourage them? Because I think it's not really easy. If you start talking about going to the clinic, just having checkups, I think men are culprits. In most cases, we are culprits. We don't want that. Unless you are really, you're on a deathbed at the clinic. So how do you convince, especially these boys, to understand that it is healthy, it's important for one to seek medical attention every now and then when they need be?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good question. And I think the main thing is often we will take the service to them. So we will provide pitch side services, which removes one of those barriers that they face, which is going to the clinic, as you just said. So we bring the clinic to them. Yeah. And the other thing is that during the sessions, we will talk about the fact that you need to access clinics, you need to access services. If you feel like you're ill or whatever it might be, or you want to go and access a service, whether it's HIV testing or something else, that it's okay to do so. And then what we find is that, again, it's that group mentality. When one person shows that confidence, the rest then follow. Exactly. So it's creating that group dynamic where they end up supporting one another to do the things they might not have done previously.
Matthew, in your preamble, you talked about mental health, and this is a very big topic that I think we don't really have a lot of chances to talk about. And our background, probably we talk about men, and you have to be strong as a man, and you don't really have to show some of these emotions as a man. That shows you weakness. Having these kids that you speak to, or these youths that comes to you and talk to you, how do you make them understand that it's okay to seek help as a man? It's okay to seek help. It's not a weakness.
I mean, I think the vehicle is football. And I say that in the sense that it creates a more relaxed environment. Yeah. So people feel more relaxed, they feel more open. And then when you're in that environment, you're then able to open up a little bit more about these more sensitive topics. And in doing so, it's essentially encouraging young boys, young men, that it's okay to feel sad, it's okay to feel angry, it's okay to have a range of different emotions. It doesn't make you weak, It doesn't make you a bad person or whatever it might be. But it's trying to encourage that back and forth discussion. And that comes from creating that space through football.
So you've got a very big event that is coming up very soon at NASDAQ Sports Complex. Can you give us the details on that?
Thank you, Jeremiah, for the opportunity. Yeah, so like the tournament that we'll be having, the charity tournament, yeah, so we've partnered with NASDAQ. Yeah, so it's another way that we want to use in terms of to raise funds that will support the young people across Zambia. Yeah, so to make sure that the programs continue running. Yeah, so the event will be on the 12th of September. Yeah, so we are planning to have to do 7-a-side. Yeah, so making sure that we want to bring in corporates and teams or friends, yeah, that are willing to take part in supporting us and making sure that we raise funds together for a good cause.
All right, so let's talk about this event. How much are we looking at in terms of budget?
In terms of budget line, I can't say, yeah, but we are looking at having 20 teams, of which these teams, they will pay 3,000 in terms of participation fee.
Okay.
Yeah, we are also looking at...
how many players from each team?
So each team is supposed to come with 15 players.
15 players?
Yes.
Okay. So 15 players, 3,000?
Yes.
Yeah. So are we including females as well? How is the criteria in terms of teams?
So if you can see on the corporate side, I don't think we have most female participants that are interested in playing football.
But if you are on TV today, and I'm pretty sure that there's so many that are watching you today, and of course, what is your appeal?
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity, yeah, to reach out to them. So like we've been having discussions in terms of involving female teams as well. Yeah, so it can be a great opportunity if we can have female teams taking part as well.
So what is the registration criteria?
So in terms of
registration for teams.
For teams?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what you are looking at is them reaching out to us direct, and for them to take part, they're supposed to pay that participation fee.
So how do they get in touch?
So like they can reach out to a contact number.
Yeah, you can give it? You can give it.
So 0973 01 5430.
Do you have a Facebook page? And I think it's easier for them to follow social media platforms so that at least they can get...
Yeah, they can just go to our page, and most of the information, they'll find the information there.
And Kumaya, did they say Instagram is okay for them? Are you on Instagram as well?
Yeah, we are on Insta and Twitter as well.
The same,
yes.
The same handle?
Yes.
All right. So they can follow, and they have to pay 3,000 for them to get through. Let's talk about the corporate world that you're really looking at. Maybe you can speak to them so that at least they understand the reasons why they should sponsor this particular tournament, and why they should be a partner with you.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Jeremiah. So like in terms of the corporate world, so we can see how it's growing in Zambia. Yeah, so like we thought of reaching out to them, and for them, it will give them an opportunity for visibility as well as interacting with other corporate organizations, as well as grow their clientele. So like for them, coming in, it will be a great opportunity for them to help us raise funds in terms of reaching out to lots of young people across Zambia, and for a good cause, of course. Yeah.
Anything you'd like to share there?
Yeah, and I think just to also add, it's not just about the corporate world. If you play, it be Madalas, it can be young people who do music, lots of football on display. So come and enjoy, and all in the name of raising money for a good cause.
All right, so for those of you who are really looking forward to having fun, this is the place to be, and nobody's going to judge you if you just can't even kick the ball.
Nope.
This is your chance for you to go and play. And I'm loving the fact that you've mentioned Atletico Lusaka, because that's where a lot of people play from when it comes to 7-a-side, and probably even just is it somewhere? There's another place where they play from. Fosway. Yeah. So all those that have been playing, let's go at NASDAQ Sports Complex and enjoy ourselves. even Prime TV, if you do have a team, go and play and be part of it, and just pay 3,000 and you go and play football. We want to see the likes of Cuthbert to actually play football there. All right, so just as we go, what is it that you'd like to share, especially when it comes to the young people that you've always been talking to, and every time that you've been speaking, having these events, and you are doing this for them. So what is your word to them? I'll start with you, Chris.
I think my word is for what we've been doing in the communities, for the young people, is that the services are there for them. Yeah, and it's just them to just go and access them. And attending our sessions is something that will help them in terms of gaining confidence, as well as knowing how to make informed decisions.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you do teach them basics of football, because that's very cardinal. I've actually seen so many players playing for the bigger teams that don't really know exactly what basics of football basics is. Yeah. So your concluding remarks as well.
Yeah. Well, firstly, thanks very much for having us. I mean, I think my message to young people is don't wait for tomorrow. Yeah. Take charge of your health today. Take charge of your life today. It is up to you to take responsibility, and don't wait for something to happen. Do it today, and you will setting a good foundation for the rest of your life.
Tomorrow never waits for anybody.
Exactly.
You have to find it. All right, so thank you very much. And I would like to ask you, Copper Queens, football enthusiasts, they would like to know your predictions. Malawi, it's a derby. It's a very big game. It's a big derby. Yeah. Your prediction?
I think, of course.
No, not because you are Zambian.
It's going to be a tough game, Jeremiah, I'm telling you. But I think at the end of the day, Zambia will carry the day.
Will carry the day.
Yeah.
And mind you, Zambia wins, they qualify to the next round.
I mean, I think it's going to be tough. Malawi female football is improved massively recently, and they're unbeaten in the group stage. But I still think Zambia are going to win 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
All right. And the next time that I'm going to have you here, before September, I'm pretty sure that I'll have you here, and I'll come and ask you the same question. In fact, I will come and play back.
Brilliant.
This particular one as well. So thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you.
And we appreciate every single thing that you're doing, especially in the communities, because one thing that you're doing also is that you are making these children stay away from illicit behavior. Might just be smoking and drinking, but because of all these teachings that they're going through, they might not be taught at home because parents are busy. Today in the 21st century, every parent is working to find money. But you're there to teach them manners and to teach them the confidence that they have to take, and obviously how they have to carry themselves, which is a good thing. We appreciate you a lot. So continue doing so. And for those of you who are in the corporate world, definitely you have to make sure that you partner with them for the good cause, and those that can kick the ball, please just go and kick the ball. It doesn't matter whether you're a Madala, you've got a pot belly or something. Maybe it might even save your life because it's for health. So go and kick the ball and play. 7-a-side doesn't kill. All right, so the Copper Queens will be playing at 22 hours Central African time against Malawi. It's a derby, and the game will start at the same time, Egypt versus Nigeria. And one thing that you should understand is that it doesn't matter what happens between Egypt and Nigeria. Zambia has got their chances of qualifying only if they take their matter to themselves. So they've got everything to do. All they have to do is just win the game and they qualify. And it doesn't matter what happens between Nigeria and Egypt. And remember that even if we've got two groups remaining, there's Group C and Group D. We only have 3 places for the quarterfinals. 3 places for the quarterfinals. Cameroon in the other group have already qualified even before they play. So we're looking forward to that. And all the best to Zambia, the Copper Queens. And one thing that I have to mention is a lot of people have been saying on social media platforms, they were saying Hevrena should be signed to the Chipolo Polo boys because we only have Luanda Mina, who is the coach. And they're saying Hevrena has gone back to Ivory Coast. He's been re-signed to Ivory Coast. And another thing is the COSAFA Champions League qualifier has been a team's Champions League qualifier. The Ndola girls have been put in a group against Gaborone and so many of them in Group A. So we should be talking much more about that on Friday. I'll give you the perspective of what is really going to happen for the Ndola girls who managed to win the league and probably concurrently. So they are really doing very well. So they will be representing Zambia. That's where the likes of Nali plays, NS plays as well. So big up to them and congratulations to the teams that have managed to qualify to the conference of the WAFCON and all the best to them. We'll go on the break. On the other side, Rhoda and Kizito comes back and gives us the closing remarks of the Sunrise Breakfast Show. Good morning.
Say hello with vanilla, the taste you love plus vanilla. Now available in stores countrywide.
Nabadwa wamene muno munzi apa nina 59 years. Mu 59 years yumo hospital enze patali. So enzo tipasako bazimai benangu konongokera mu lodi bana. Monga ine mu 1990 inapapira panjira pamene napapira penze pansanga. So mwana anabwera alasiwa na mauzu anapitira pamene apa. So apa tionga government ilipo kuti awe batiyangana akoero batigwira na mpamvu awe tionga ziko maningi ku government kuti baperekelele ba HH bali pampanda.
308 maternity annexes built countrywide since 2021, but there's still more work to be done.
When women rise, Zambia rises. With unity, we will keep delivering and move Zambia forward together.
For decades, Zambia has searched for its promise. Through triumph, sacrifice, and difficult seasons. Many promised change. Many spoke of hope, but the burden remained heavy. And then, a servant of the people stepped forward. Not perfect, not a magician, but a man willing to lead his people through the wilderness toward a better Zambia. Like Moses leading his people toward the promised land. The journey was never meant to be easy, because nations are not built overnight. They are built through faith, sacrifice, and perseverance. The work is not finished, but Zambia is moving forward.
On the 13th of August 26, vote for Hakainde Hichilema as President of the Republic of Zambia.
Early in the morning, fire on the stove, love in a pie, that's the life we know. From the fields to the table, every bite it shows. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Primarily me, the taste of home. Mama in the kitchen, we never eat alone. Primarily me, the taste of home.
Prime Mill Meal, pure, proudly Zambian, a taste of home.
The following is a political advert and does not reflect the views of Prime Television, but those of the content provider.
We will not rest until every Zambian family feels the benefit of this generational change.
Niwake mupando mulekrekeni, azibanchito hakainde. Niwake mupando mulekeleni, azibanchito hakainde. Niwake mupando mulekeni, azibanchito hakainde.
Together, finally, Japango. Isene pikatane, yeah, yeah.
Oh, Adi.
Together, finally, Japango. Isene pikatane, yeah, yeah, yeah. niwake mupando mulekeleni azibanchito hakainde niwake mupando mulekeni azibanchito hakainde niwake mupando mulekeleni azibanchito hakainde niwake mupando mulekeni azibanchito hakainde niwake mupando mulekeleni azibanchito hakainde niwake mupando mulekeni azibanchito hakainde.
Can we do more? Yes, we can do more. The work continues. We want to rest even more.
Niwake mupando mulekeleni azibanchito hakainde niwake mupando mulekeleni azibanchito
advert and does
All right, welcome back to our Sunrise Breakfast Show. Now, yesterday, the country witnessed reports of political violence in Western Province involving the campaign team of Tonse Alliance presidential candidate Brian Mundubile, who was reportedly blocked while on his way to conduct scheduled campaign activities. Now, the incident has since generated widespread public debate, with President Hakainde Hichilema condemning political violence and reaffirming that every political party has the right to campaign freely within the Electoral Commission of Zambia's campaign schedule. Before we get into our discussion for today, let's have a look at these reports.
Bring your magazine.
No, it's not necessary.
Yeah.
We're not going to escalate.
You have to deal with them.
They have sticks, not pangas.
Now, joining us this morning to help us unpack the governance implications of yesterday's events is governance expert Mr. Wesley Mianda. Mr. Mianda, good morning and welcome to our Sunrise Breakfast Show.
Good morning, Rhoda, and good morning, good viewers, wherever you are. Thank you very much for inviting me to speak to these issues that are happening in the country. Thank you very much, Rhoda.
All right. Begin with yesterday's events in Western Province. From a governance and democratic perspective, what concerns you most when reports emerge of a presidential candidate being prevented from reaching a campaign venue?
Thank you very much, Mabel. To start with, I would love to say this is becoming a pattern. It's becoming a pattern in the sense that we saw the same things happening during PF time when other aspiring candidates were stopped from reaching to other areas such as Copper Belt, Eastern Province, and many other areas which were like, strongholds for the ruling party then. And this is that is what we condemned. We condemned strongly, and that was wrong. And that's the reason why Zambians condemned that pattern. But this is what is resurfacing now. This is what we are seeing even during, UPND time, which is very unfortunate, very sad, Rhoda. Why? Because, you know what? We, way back in 1990, 1991, we opted to go into multipartyism, to allow more political parties to be registered, to participate in the process. Meaning we drifted from one party system, okay, which was UPND, which was UNIP system. Now, this actually, if this is where we have political parties that followed, which got registered, and this time around, because we are a democratic nation, Rhoda, we have close to 100 political parties registered. Now, when you look at the current list of presidential aspiring candidates, I think they got 14. The reason is simple. We opted to become a multi-party system to allow more political parties to be registered and to participate in the electoral process. The reason was simple. It was to give Zambians a variety of ideas. Physical, where you need to start exchanging blows, where you need to start beating up people. No. Because this political violence, Rhoda, I remember very well during, PF, I happen to be one of those people who came out strongly to condemn that particular pattern, that it was wrong. Politics is not about killing each other. This election is not going to be the first election for Zambia to have. We have had very credible, free and fair elections in the past, which have even seen the successful transition of power from one losing party to the other. We have seen governments that have come, governments that have gone through this same democratic, pattern, where people have to make a decision to vote for their leaders after 5 years. This is an agreement, and this is actually enshrined in the Constitution, that after 5 years, we need to go to the polls. And this is what is happening. And this is the democracy that we are talking about. Now, in a democratic dispensation, Rhoda, where now you have people who cannot appreciate the value of democracy, the value of multipartyism, they still go to the extent of harassing others, disrupting political meetings, political gatherings, even blocking other political players from reaching out to other areas to actually speak to members of the public for a vote. Then you start, blocking them. And you know that as a democratic country, we need to actually embrace other ideas, other ideologies, other beliefs, so that people can easily make an informed decision to choose leaders depending on what they have in their manifesto, depending on the kind of campaign promises that they are giving to the people of Zambia. And this has to be done in a free environment without any form of intimidation, any political violence, any beating up, any disruption. Every Zambian citizen has the democratic right to move from one corner of the country to the other without being questioned. Why? Because we believe in the freedom of association.
Okay, now,
we believe in sharing ideas freely.
Now, Mr. Mianda, President Hakainde Hichilema has actually condemned political violence and stated that every political party has the right to campaign peacefully. How important is, such messages for from national leaders to be matched by events on the ground?
That is the kind of message which you should expect from any peace-loving Zambian, any responsible leader, any presidential candidate, any national leader should learn to preach that kind of message of peace. You know, it's not our first time to hear President Hakainde Hichilema coming out in that manner. The man has repeatedly spoken to issues to do with peace, where he has even assured the nation and the global community at large that Zambia is going to have free and fair elections. And these are the messages that should come from every well-meaning Zambian. That message should be amplified by all of us. Now, this is very important, Rhoda. Why? Because I love the man. I love President Hakainde Hichilema because the man actually loves peace. Okay? Enjoys peace, values peace. Now, once the head of state comes out in that manner, what of the followers? How do they respond to such a message coming from the head of state? It's unfortunate, Rhoda, that yes, I don't know what that statement was from, but yes, I'm following. I'm here. I don't know how factual, how true that information was, which I came across on social media, where the National Youth Chairman, UPND, Gilbert Liswaniso,
Hello, Mr. Mianda,
no one
connected.
Yes, I'm here. Gilbert Liswaniso is saying no police officer should touch his political cadres. Now, I didn't want to go deep into that to understand as to what he meant or what happened, which led to that kind of statement. But I took it that from the angle that where actually Dimba, this musician, Kanene, where Kanene is reportedly been beaten by the same late UPND political cadres. Okay. And the man is nursing the wounds in hospital right now. You know, it's just a musician who was invited to perform during their meetings. Now, when you look at that, there's a contrast already. What President Hakainde Hichilema, as the head of state, is saying about the need for us to remain peaceful as Zambians, and what is coming from other national leaders. So, meaning this message coming from the president is not being supported by us as members of the public, as other leaders, to ensure that we speak in unison, to ensure that Zambia remains peaceful before, during, and after the elections. So, meaning to say, the president is very right The president is very right, and we have to amplify that message. But our encouragement is to all of us as leaders, as responsible citizens. Let's ensure that we embrace that message, amplify it, and preach peace, preach love as we go towards it. Because, Rhoda, I want to remind Zambians that this political atmosphere may seem to be very quiet, very peaceful, but it's not. It's quite volatile. It's quite fragile. Anything can happen. Now, our appeal, maybe my reminder, goes to our Zambia Police Service. When Munduvile is being blocked from reaching out into other areas like Western Province and other areas, and we have Zambia Police in place, what are they doing? What role should they play to ensure that Munduvile is given an equal opportunity to actually do his campaigns freely without being intimidated? Because he's a Zambian citizen. He is one of the aspiring candidates, appearing on the ballot paper. And he is actually running a very big organization right now, together with Makebi Zulu. Meaning, taken for granted by anyone, it means business. Munduvile means business. He's not there to joke. So when you look at people like Munduvile, I think he needs to be respected. He needs to be protected by Zambia Police. But now, where Zambia Police is failing to handle the political situation in the country, Rhoda, we cannot just sit back and watch Zambians being butchered, Zambians being harassed, Zambians being intimidated. This is now where people are talking about, Zambia Army and the other security wings. Because, Rhoda, it's important. It's just, it's important that, where Zambia Police fails to control the situation, well, other security wings should come in. Others, to make sure that there is law and order, to make sure that every Zambian citizen is fully protected. And we can just extend our hand, our invitation to Zambia and say, no, Lieutenant General Ziele, can you come in with your people to ensure that we have peace in this country, And that's both the security system of the country, to ensure that every Zambian citizen is safe. So, but Zambia Police should be alert. Zambia Police should be proactive, should be impartial, and should also be firm in the manner they are applying the law to ensure that every Zambian citizen, regardless of political affiliation, they are fully protected.
All right. Now, Mr. Mianda, looking beyond politics, what impact can repeated reports of political violence have on ordinary citizens, businesses, and Zambia's international image? I'll need you to be brief because we only have a few minutes remaining.
You are stingy. You're supposed to give me more time to talk about these issues. Now, let me say this. In short, the outside community is actually busy monitoring the political situation in the country. Our foreign investors are ready to come and invest into all these, sectors of the economy. But that depends on the political stability of the country. Once we become, violent, once we fail to maintain peace, then it means that, one, we are scaring away our investors. And who suffers the most? It's us, because we are on the receiving end. As Zambians, we still need more investors to come in the country so that we grow the economy and make things better for our Zambian citizens. So it's up to us now to see how we are going to behave, how we're going to contain the political situation so that we remain peaceful, so as to attract investors, even if we are done with.
All right, Mr. Mianda, thank you so much for your insights this morning as Zambia prepares to head to the polls. Yesterday's events obviously serve as a reminder that democracy is strongest when every political player can campaign peacefully, every citizen can participate freely, and
institutions uphold the rule of law impartially. We appreciate your time and thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome, and thank you very much for the invitation. Please, let's speak to these issues so that we remain peaceful before, during, and after the elections.
Absolutely.
Right, so that was Mr. Wesley Mianda, a governance activist, just, commenting on yesterday's reports of violence in Western Province. And obviously he has talked about quite a number of important issues, that our leaders play in upholding law and order in the country, and just sending messages of, unity and peace at this critical time is very important. And that's all we had for you on today's Sunrise Breakfast Show. Thank you so much for watching. It has been indeed a great morning, but be sure to join us on Friday as we unpack yet another interesting edition of the Sunrise Breakfast Show and continue counting down to the 30th August general election. From me, Rhoda Mlinga, and the entire production team, including my co-host Gizito, it's goodbye and enjoy the rest of your day.
Say hello to the new Blue Band with vanilla. Double the yum with classic Blue Band flavor and rich creamy vanilla taste. New Blue Band with vanilla, the taste you love plus vanilla. Now available in stores countrywide.